Well, hello there everybody, thank you for joining me. Today, I bring to you the assassins yet again. Oh my god, they do lots of damage. But this time, they've been buffed. Ouch. Yep, they come with poison ninja darts, and they can even drop smoke bombs, which I will demonstrate to you when they do it. Oh, if I don't die first. Let's head back over there right now. Alright, so as you can see there's this smoke cloud and it even suffocates you when you walk into it. It's a great way for them to hide from you, and of course doesn't affect them, just to make them more, you know, more of a threat because they're going to be fairly rare and only found in one biome at this stage until we create other variants in the future, which is a possibility. Oh, wow. Even just 3 of these guys are a huge threat. It's amazing, although I highly doubt that anyone would come across this many. So, I believe we should get to the tutorial. Now, I didn't say this last video, but this command here is optional. If you do want to have speed without it running on a clock all the time, then you can actually specify it when you are changing its entity data. Now, I'll give you an update on what we're doing today. We're going to make him fire these poisonous ninja discs and spawn these suffocating smoke bombs for them to hide. Now, I had tried out the player using the ninja disc mechanic, but unfortunately it used way too many command blocks, and it was very impractical, very buggy, so we can focus on that for another mob. As for the 3 suggestions that I asked for, I had lots of suggestions for other mobs, but fortunately for me, there are no suggestions here because I think that this mob is fleshed out as it is. So let's start off with the smoke bombs because they are the easiest. What we are doing, we are executing an assassin that has a score of 999, and it will run this command which summons an arrow which has a custom name of Smoke, and his visibility should be 0, and the pickup is 0 to stop players from just picking it up, and the lifetime is 1000. Now, arrows despawn when their lifetime reaches 1200, so this would mean that it only stays alive for about 10 seconds before despawning. So as for this huge particle cloud around it, that's just another execute command which says execute, which says execute type equals arrow name equals smoke particle huge explosion to make it very large at its relative coordinates with a diameter of 3 each way around and a speed of 0.1, and it will run that twice each time the command is run. So there are 40 particles per second, and if you want to turn that down then you can. It's very easy to do, and as you can, let's bring that back. It's still very thick as it is, so I might just leave it at 20 times per second, and that should be enough. As for the wither effect, all it's doing is testing for that same type of entity, the arrow named Smoke, and it will give an effect all players within a radius of 5 wither for 1 second, level 4, assuming that numbers start at level 0. Oh, lag. Horrible stuff. Oh my god, what is even going on? So maybe all those Reddit tabs at once were a bad idea. So if you are currently confused about how to organize these command blocks, the green wall means the spawning requirements, the orange wall is anything to do with scoreboards, the blue wall is any entity data that it has, the black wall is its torch destroying, the grey wall is the smoke bombs, and the red wall, which we will get to in a second, is the poisonous dart throwing. So to spawn the darts, you guessed it, they are summoning arrows when their score reaches a certain amount, so in this case it's 745. It summons an arrow 1 block to their positive z-axis, named disc, with a motion that's slightly up on the y, but very far across to the positive z. The pickup is also 0, so it can't be picked up. The damage is 6, so it does 3 hearts of damage if it hits you, and its lifetime is very short, so it only stays alive for about 2-3 seconds. And this is the case for these other command blocks, except they're different directions at different times, just to add variety. Now, as for this one, same deal with the smoke bombs. Particle name equals type, execute at E, type equals arrow name equals disk. Particle explode with very small direction. And finally, the poison works the same as the smoke bombs. So that is it for the mechanics of this guy. Now all we have to do is the easy bit, putting it all into one command. So I'd like to point out that without MrGarretto's one command generator, I would not be able to make any of the things I make without using an MCEdit schematic or a weld save. So props to him, thank you very much. So I have linked in the description 3 of his designs. One is a horizontal command package, one is a vertical one, and one is a command package in a box. If there are less than 64 command blocks in your whole fill clock strip, then I recommend just putting it into a box, else give the option of the other ones, because after you put 64 command blocks in one chunk, things start getting a little laggy. But thankfully, this one in particular is 19 command blocks. So, I will leave instructions for that in the description, but for now, let's go to another creative world and test out this assassin. So here we go, this is our first test. Let's see how we go. It's all looking good so far. And yep, that looks pretty awesome. Now conveniently, we just happened to spawn right next to a desert. I was not expecting this. But let's see if we can find ourselves some assassins. See if this guy spawned here, he would have been an assassin. Immediately. Wow, I think we just got really lucky here, because this oh, there's another one already. Well, because he just walked there. But check that out, how convenient is this? Now, I wonder how many of these are there. So you type in say at E, name equals assassin. Okay, so there are 2 in the world right now. Assassin and assassin. One I spawned, one spawned naturally. That was pretty quick in my opinion. Let's set the time to night so we can have more of a chance of these guys spawning. Okay, so there are still only 2 in the world. They're the same 2 that we had before. I should mention that when you're doing the entity data for these guys, please do not set the persistence to 1 unless you intend for him to stay around forever, because before I had my persistence always set to 1, and the vampires and the mages, they would not go away, and they caused so much lag because of the player skulls that they wear. Now the player skulls actually come from the internet, so also if you have no internet connection, then these guys would look like Steves, and that would be pretty weird. So keep that in mind. So there's still only 2 in the world. I guess it is very rare when sandstone is exposed to the surface, and it happens to be a dark place for skeletons in particular to walk over. Oh, one despawned. Oh, now they're both despawned. So that's okay. But these guys can be farmed on the flip side. Oh, I'm getting a bit of lag, just be right back. So on the flip side, these guys can actually be farmed. If you have a mob farm with sandstone on the bottom, then you could just farm these guys all the time, and then you'll get them a lot. Although, their smoke bombs will make them difficult to farm, and they will be a pest if they escape. But they'll make for great arenas and things like that, and they don't really have much to offer except bows and iron swords, because they no longer drop their ninja discs, which I also forgot to mention. Sorry about that. Oh wow, if I found an assassin jockey, that would be absolutely incredible. I wonder what will happen when he throws his ninja discs though. Will it affect the spider? Well, let's find out. Alright, So it's switched. Oh, yeah, kills the spider. Damn, party pooper. So I was wrong about them being quite rare. There are 3 in the world at the moment which have just naturally spawned. That is pretty cool. So if you're in the desert, keep an eye out for these guys. Although they're rare, they seem to be quite approachable. Wait, is that the word? No, I'm sorry, I'm new to this, forgive me. Now, if you want to increase the chances, there's no reason why you cannot create another detect command block, which allows him to detect 2 blocks underneath him. So, even though it's another command block, it probably will be worth it, seeing as though the assassins could be more common, if that's what you want, but I believe that they are good enough for now. Check out this cinematic effect. If you liked the episode, please tell me by clicking a like button on the YouTube channel. If you do not have a YouTube account, then please make one, then click subscribe, then click like, that will be awesome. Also, leave some other comments about what else you'd like to see in this series. I know I have a few things planned, like dragons, dwarves, and mermaids, so you can look forward to those. The mermaids I've been working on for a very long time, so they're quite difficult to do. But hopefully when I figure it out, I will give a tutorial on them as soon as I can. Also, by the time I release this video, you can probably get this command already, but just in case I haven't, please get them at dragoncommands.weebly.com. The link will be in the description where you can find this machine for yourself. Thank you for watching, have a good day.